Welcome back. Happy birthday to you, Ni Annie of the Grace Chapel, and also to you, Mrs. Estelle O'Kindness, from your husband, Father Reverend Gillian O'Kindness. Also to you, Ko-Sami, a long-standing viewer and listener of 3FM 92.7. You are in Nima. If it's your birthday today as well, happy birthday. But today we're wrapping up the fast, and so we'll come to Nima and Mambo B and check out what's happening there, how we'll mark the day and get ready for tomorrow. But today also is the World Blood Donor Day. I'm being joined by the PRO of the National Blood Service, my own brother, Mr. Stephen Adaiban. Steve, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Johnny. Thanks for having me.
You abandoned me and looked for me only around these times. Also,
you know.
the beautiful Jennifer Hansen. She's the head of the Donor Care Blood Service. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank
Everything
you.
okay with you?
Fine.
How are we marking the day today, Steve?
Thank you very much, and good morning to our viewers. World Blood Donor Day is a day set aside by the World Health Organization to thank all voluntary blood donors and to acknowledge their very big contribution to voluntary blood donation to the blood services, world over. And so the big day is being celebrated at Greece as we speak now.
Okay.
The main day is going to be commemorated in Greece.
Okay.
But locally, we're also having our own commemoration event here.
Okay.
It's happening at the National Blood Service headquarters,
Okay.
where the event starts at 12:30. We're going to have a deba to acknowledge our voluntary blood donors and to say a very big thank you to them for their life-saving gift of blood to mankind.
Okay.
We know blood is very essential, and without blood, people who need blood to survive will die. And so for people to devote their time and their energy to voluntarily, donate blood, we think that it's a good service to the nation, and they need to be commended for that.
I see. Interesting. Jennifer, let me come to you. So there have been a couple of issues. I'm sure today we're talking Blood Donor Day, but the issues are numerous. For example, somebody has their red card, but before we get into those details, let's talk about the process. For example, if I want to donate blood, how do I go about it?
Okay. First of all, I would like to say that blood donation is when an individual voluntarily decides that blood should be drawn out of him or her for the purposes of blood transfusion or biopharmaceutical purposes.
Okay.
And in doing this, a series of processes or steps are involved.
For example?
For example, when a donor walks in, the first point of contact is the donor care unit, and a donor care staff who meets the donor, welcome the donor.
Okay.
Then there is a pre-donation information given. That is education to be given to the donor and about the processes involved in collection, which helps the donor to self-exclude. After the information given, we register the donor, we have a medical assessment done, and this helps us to declare donor fit or unfit to donate.
Right.
So if donor is declared fit, we move on to the next process of venipuncture. That is where the blood is drawn out. And then after that, the last or the least process is post-donation care. That is the care given to the donor after donation. These are the steps involved in process.
Interesting. What would make you deny somebody the opportunity to donate, for example?
As much as an individual wants to donate, the health of the donor and the health of the patient is very important to us. So when you come in to donate and it happens that for a reason or the other, you cannot donate because donating may affect your health at that particular time, or when blood is drawn out because of an issue at stake could affect the one receiving the blood, we do counseling to make sure that you get a proper understanding of the reason why you can't donate. And where need be, we give a referral so that you can seek further management from the appropriate quarters.
So at some point within this process, do you agree with the donors that, look, if you donate blood today and you need blood tomorrow, you will have it. Do you agree with them at some point?
Yes, during the pre-donation information or education, these are information in addition added or given to donors out there.
Okay.
That when you donate as a voluntary donor,
Okay.
a card is given to you. That is what testifies that you are a voluntary donor, indicating the donations that you undertake. So if you need blood and you have no one at that point to have a donation done for you, you would have to report to the headquarters
Okay.
of the National Blood Service where administrative work is undertaken.
Okay.
And based on your donations in the card, it is worked out for you, then blood is taken from the blood bank.
Steve, so if this is the agreement, how come we get reports from all over the country that, look, they gave me this card, they told me that I am entitled to it if I have a relative or myself, I'm in need of blood, I can get it, and I take my card and I don't get it. How come?
Well, it all depends on the availability of blood.
Okay.
That is why we keep, talking about consistent or continuous, blood donation or
Right.
regular blood donation. So people need to understand that the blood that you donate today, it doesn't mean that the blood is sitting there,
Okay.
for a very long time. It has an expiry date. 35 days, the blood is expired.
Okay.
And so at the particular time when you come and then you are denied, or we tell you that there is no blood, it is genuine that the blood is not available. But then if the blood is available...
So I'm a regular donor. I've done this for 15, 20 times.
Yes.
And I do it just a month before then. How do you manage the pain and everything else that the people express at the time?
So the point is that the card you have,
okay.
it guarantees you that opportunity. We must, get to the blood at all cost whenever the blood is available. That is why we're saying that instead of you bringing people to donate on your behalf, what we call the family replacement system, we make sure that we give you a waiver or a clearance form
Okay.
from our administrative office. Then you go to the lab, then that arrangement is done.
So how do you respond to the allegations that there are persons within your ranks who demand for money sometimes before blood is given out to people who need it? How do you respond to that?
Well, I think that we cannot deny that fact. It is a fact that there are people hanging around the blood banks. We call them commercial donors. They are in the system. We are aware of that. But the point is that we've advised the public that blood from those people, it is not safe for their own safety.
Okay.
It is not safe. The only safe blood we're talking about is the voluntary blood donation.
Okay.
So these people, because they are commercial donors, they don't mind about their health conditions.
Right.
The law says that you need to donate blood every 4 months, right?
Yes.
But these people, because they are doing it for commercial purposes, they can donate blood today, donate blood tomorrow, which is not safe
Right.
for they themselves, the donors, and then the patient who is receiving the blood. And so now the limitation is that we are unable to deal with such people in the system because we still don't have a backing law.
Okay.
But our bill is in
You're
Parliament.
calling for legislation for that.
Exactly. When
Let's
the
wrap up the
legislation is
conversation.
passed, then we'll be able to
with
deal
Jennifer.
with
Jennifer, you may want to take a bite on this and let's look at the way forward. The unscrupulous people and those who are not unscrupulous, who are legitimate yet they demand for money, and sometimes they see you are desperate, so they push you to the wall. How do you respond to that?
What I would tell everyone, all Ghanaians, is blood, one, is not manufactured, and if you will get blood, it has to come from a live human being.
Okay.
So one, I would encourage everyone to become a voluntary donor, so far as you are in the eligible age, that is between 17 to 60 years, and also encourage that those who do this as a business purpose, they should stop because their health is at stake. And when you do that, you may be getting the money, but the one to receive the blood is also very important. If it is not in that good state, maturity of red blood cells in the blood, it wouldn't even help solve the purpose of the blood. So they should also stop it And then rather, instead of doing that, they should turn into voluntary donors and help stock our institutions with adequate blood.
I'm grateful for your time. Jennifer Hansing is the head of the Donor Care Blood Service. She's joined us here with my own brother, Stephen Adai Ba, who's the PR of the National Blood Service. General and Lydia, thank you very much for your time, and I wish you well. We're gathering at 12:30 at the National Blood Service headquarters to celebrate all voluntary donors who have been.
So everyone is invited.
Everyone is invited.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank
we're
you
grateful.
also.
And you know that the road to Russia is set. We're ready to delight you with all the sports action here on TV3. It doesn't happen anywhere else. But happy birthday to Ni Annie of the Grace Chapel, to you, Mrs. Estelle O'Kine of St. Albans Anglican Church. This is from your husband, Reverend Julian O'Kine. Also to you, Ko-Sami in Nima. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. All the sports action is here right after the show. The sports crew will be here. Creme de la creme, superior historic analysis, unparalleled exposure to the World Cup as it comes up in Russia today. You can't miss it. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. And to our Muslim brothers, keep the fast clean. And as we lift the ban on noise making and drumming, let's keep Accra calm and peaceful. Good morning.